staging is one of those things that if you're not necessarily inclined to it, you can learn. So on that vein, and if I've already, yesterday this happened in our, I sort of gave up what I was doing in our sales meeting with everything. When you came into, in other words, if you were in the meeting yesterday, don't answer this question. But when you came in this room, I'm trying to figure out who's a natural stager. How many people, red flags went up the minute they walk into this room with problems? Raise your hand.
With problems?
With problems. For just, if this was a house and you were going to stage this room, when you walked in, did a red flag go up? Did uncomfort come when you walked into this room? Wow. Okay.
Wallpaper.
Okay, and I'm not going to brutalize anything, but there's some things in here that are automatic, just they should have put your hair on in. And when it happened in our sales meeting yesterday, Chris goes, Donna, did you put the pictures in here crooked? Because the minute she walked in here, it put red flags up. Sheila comes in, walks over and starts to straighten the picture. Okay, if those things didn't, just the minute you walk in, any room where you go to, then it's just going to be a little bit more difficult for you to start getting the feel. The natural staging aspect doesn't come to you. If you're a person that lives with a lot of tchotchkes, I refer to as clutter, it's going to be a little more difficult. That doesn't mean you can't do this. But remember, we are staging the house so that you can get top dollar, so that you can also free up a lot of your time, because if they're getting top dollar, it probably sold in the first week. So they're happy and you're happy. So another example in here, what should have just sent you over the wall, or could have sent you over these blinds. Go up, down, up, down. Some are closed, some are open. If you're missing these in your pictures, you're going to have a place that's not as desirable to everybody else. And remember, photos are just a moment in time. So it's much more important for the house to look right for the photos, for pictures not to be crooked then, because when people are looking at this, that's it. It's not such a big deal if I walk past that. But it is a big deal in your photos. It's a real big deal if your toilet lids are open. You laugh, but it matters. It's a big deal when you look at something and all the pillows are all over the place, and you've got cat boxes shown in your photos, and you've got dishes in your sink. Personally, if my seller does not have time to do these things, I do it for him. Now, hopefully I don't have to. But usually at my listing appointment, I'm already going into things with the house. And I ask him, is it okay? But the minute I go in, I'm talking to him. And I'm talking to them about 3 really important things. And that's appraising for, number 1, the buyer. Number 2, the appraiser. And number 3, the home inspector. And I don't, you know, when you see this book on staging, it's just about decorating. And that's all well and good. But as a realtor trying to get value for your home, you've got to go a lot more deep. You have to be aware of what the typical buyer wants, and we're going to talk about, you know, fixing up the house so it looks right for the typical buyer. But also, what do the appraisers want? What are they going to look for that's going to ding this property? And then you're going to end up having to get the place re-inspected by an appraiser, more money spent, lots of surprises, and then what the home inspector is going to do. Again, the whole picture of this is to get more money for your seller, free yourself up, get known for selling homes for top dollar so you win more listing appointments.